My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic is a children's show that has gained a cult following among adults. However, I must confess that I find the show to be insipid and trite. The characters lack any sort of complexity, and their dialogue is so simplistic that it borders on the inane. The animation is garish and unappealing, and the music is so saccharine that it made my teeth ache. In short, it is a show that is best left to those who have not yet reached the age of reason. The show itself is simple and lacks depth. The morals at the end of each episode are so heavy-handed and preachy, it's like they're trying to force-feed us with their friendship propaganda. And yet, I can't help but feel a sense of warmth and joy when I watch it. I find myself oddly drawn to the ponies. Is it the way they prance around with their cute little hooves, or the way their tails sway in the breeze? I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's definitely something there. And let's not forget the insidious liberal indoctrination that this show promotes. The constant emphasis on the importance of friendship and cooperation is nothing more than leftist propaganda meant to brainwash our youth into becoming mindless sheep who blindly follow the herd. It's a disgraceful attempt to undermine the values of individualism and self-reliance that make America great. But I digress. Let us return to the show at hand. The ponies themselves are cute, I'll give them that. But to suggest that one is sexually attracted to them is absurd and offensive. I am a rational human being with no such proclivities. However, it is worth noting that the show's creators do seem to have a fixation on the ponies' physical appearance, which can be seen in the way they are frequently portrayed in suggestive poses. This is deeply troubling and should not be ignored. In short, while there may be some merit to the show's message of friendship and kindness, it is overshadowed by its numerous flaws and questionable content. That being said, there is something undeniably alluring about those ponies. The way their manes flow in the breeze, the twinkle in their eyes as they prance around the screen, it's hard not to be drawn in. And while I certainly don't condone any kind of illicit behavior towards animals, I can't help but wonder what it would be like to take one of those little ponies out for a ride. Wait, scratch that. That came out wrong. What I meant to say is that while the show has its flaws, it's clear that the creators put a lot of time and effort into crafting this world of colorful, magical ponies. And while it may not be for everyone, it's certainly worth a watch, if only to see what all the fuss is about. There, that's better. Look, I'm not saying the show is terrible, it has its moments, but overall it's just not my cup of tea. Although I must admit there is something about the way Twilight Sparkle's mane flows in the wind that is oddly mesmerizing. And the way Rarity's accent sounds, never mind, that's not important. The point is, the show is not worth the hype it receives. In conclusion, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic is a terrible show that I absolutely can't get enough of. It's like a train wreck that I can't look away from, or a forbidden fruit that I can't resist. And while I may try to deny it, deep down I know that there's a part of me that secretly wants to be a part of their magical, pony-filled world. And while it may not be for everyone, it's certainly worth a watch, if only to see what all the fuss is about.